Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into your Talking Fitchburg show for today. It is Monday, March 29th. I am Andrew Bama. Welcome into today's show. Hopefully you all had a wonderful day and you didn't lose any of your furniture or anything that may be outside due to that wind. Woo, it's windy today. And yeah, wind advisory and everything today in our area. So lots of wind. Hopefully you didn't lose anything. Hopefully you didn't lose any shingles or anything off your roof. And you're good to go and locked down tight with that wind. Everything's strapped down and not going anywhere. But that's where I am going to leave the weather. And we're going to get into today's show. Of course, we're going to have your headlines, and we're going to jump to a replay of the Fitchburg Historical Society update that we had last week. And we'll jump in that for the digest. And then we'll talk with Tricia from DATCP about gift card scams in our guest segment today. Always got to pay attention to those gift card scams, you know. Like we like to say, and Jeremy likes to say, you wouldn't pay for something with a bill with a gift card. And so why would you do it through this scam? And you got to pay attention and make sure you're not doing that. Like, oh yeah, just give me a Walmart gift card and we'll call it good. No, that's not how this is working, or or iTunes or Apple, anything like that. Don't do it. And we'll talk about that in the guest segment today with Tricia. Well, we're going to get right into it, and first start with we have finalists have been announced for the city administration position and also a public reception for those finalists. The city is pleased to announce the finalists for the Fitchburg City Administrator. Finalists in alphabetical order are Chad Brecklin, Matthew Prow, Eric Rindflesch, and Andre Small. And they will be having a reception on Thursday, April 8th, 2021, right here at City Hall from 6:30 to 7:30. The media and community are invited to meet the candidates. Given the current pandemic, a virtual option will be provided to meet the finalists. The reception will begin with the candidates introducing themselves, and then they will have a few questions for them in the virtual portion. Following, in-person attendees are welcome to meet and greet the finalists, and masks will be required to be within the building and within this reception in City Hall, the council chambers right here in Fitchburg. So congratulations to those finalists, and hope to see you on Thursday the 8th meeting those finalists. Also, we have in-person absentee voting going on right now for your April 6th spring election. From now until April 2nd, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, you'll be able to vote absentee in person and also offered curbside by appointment only. So please go to our website and click on the voting information on the left-hand side, and you'll get to the information you need here. You see the links on your screen now, or call 608-270-4200 to schedule an appointment and indicate if your preference is curbside. You must have an appointment to do this, either curbside or coming into the building to do your in-person absentee voting. And just a note here, Friday, April 2nd will also be 7:30 to 5 p.m. So you have a little extra time on that last day of absentee voting. Also, we have coming up tomorrow night, it'll be going on right now, 24 hours from now, will be a girls varsity WIAA sectional swim meet. This is Verona area, Mount Horeb versus Edgewood, Lodi, Middleton, and Wanakee, right here at the Verona High School at 5:30. So, note for our Talking Fitchburg show will be at 5 p.m. tomorrow on Tuesday. Tuesday, 5 p.m. will be Talking Fitchburg, followed by live swimming right here on the comm channel at 5:30. Again, a nice WIA sectional swim meet. It'll be our first postseason sports we have filmed ever. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for that one. We'll also be filming kind of a doubleheader with volleyball at the same time. It won't be on other channels, but it will be on our YouTube page, and so you'll be able to find that there if you are looking for the volleyball game at the same time. Also, we have coming up is a 3-week closure for the Madison Beltline ramps to Todd Drive, Fish Hatchery Road, following interchange ramps at Madison Beltline. will be closed starting Monday, March 29th, which is today, until Monday, April 19th. Todd Drive ramp to eastbound Beltline and eastbound Beltline ramp to southbound Fish Hatchery Road. Access will remain open for the northbound Fish Hatchery Road. Motorists must use alternate local routes for these areas. So you can see here on the map in the legend of the closed ramps and what you'll have to use to get around them through this time period. Again, this is starting today through April 19th. So be aware of those closures. Also, we have the Fitchburg Senior Center with the Friends of the Fitchburg Senior Center have been selected by Hy-Vee to use reusable brake program. And when you buy a $2.50 red My Heart reusable bag during the month of April, the Friends will get a $1 donation. So stop on down to your local Hy-Vee store and purchase one of those bags in April, and you'll be giving a donation to the Fitchburg Senior Center via the Friends of the Fitchburg Senior Center. So that's a pretty cool program. We've promoted this before with other businesses and city entities, so it's a pretty cool thing to do. And get out there and help donate and get some reusable bags, because those are always good for our environment. All right, that's going to do it for headlines today. Coming up next, we're going to have a replay with the Fitchburg Historical Society, talking with Catherine Schneider, and an update with their annual meeting coming up, a little sneak peek on that, and some other information with the Fitchburg Historical Society. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready?
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Gaining weight was easy. All I had to do was sit down and eat. Losing weight's a lot harder. I have to work at it every day. But with every step, I lower my risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. And that makes every step, every choice, every day very much worth the effort.
Learn how you can help stop diabetes by losing weight, eating healthy, and staying active. Visit checkupamerica.org or call 1-800-DIABETES.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today for the Fitchburg Historical Society, you got Catherine Schneider back on the show. Catherine, welcome back to TF. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Jeremy. Always good to be with you.
Yeah, well, you've been running the show lately. I haven't had a chance to talk with you really. I mean, once you interviewed me, you became a star. So, you don't need me anymore to do what you do here. You've been doing a great job. And today we're going to focus on kind of giving you a quick update what's happening at the Historical Society. And we will talk about Catherine's project here on talking about COVID and how it's affected different realms of businesses and people alike here. So we'll talk about that. But first and foremost, you got a big event coming up here. It's still in the works, still got some stuff to work on, but we want to make sure to get the date on everybody's calendar and tell them how this is all going to work. So Catherine, what do you got coming up here?
Oh, we're so excited because we've been waiting over a year to offer our program. We were going to do it in last spring of 2020. And of course, we all know what happened with COVID. So we needed to rescheduled a couple of times actually. And our speaker was so great to be waiting in the wings and said, well, whenever you're ready. So with COVID this past year, we've had to delay. However, we decided as a board to be very brave and go into this new world of Zoom technology, thanks to Fact TV being our partner and helping us with that. We are going to be offering our spring program on Sunday, April 25th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And registration will be done for our program via Zoom registration, and that will be done through the Fitchburg Historical Society website. So going to our website, fitchburghistory.org, the registration form will be available there. Very simple, just with your name and your email address. And then once you register, your Zoom link for the program will be available. So you can join us from wherever you are in the world for that program. And the program is, I think, one that will be very interesting because it's from an art perspective. We have invited Melanie Herzog from the art history department at Edgewood College to speak on Ida Wyman, who was a world acclaimed photographer who resided in Fitchburg the last years of her life. So we can claim her as a Fitchburg resident. And she's just, her photography is absolutely stunning. Her photography is well known for taking pictures of everyday scenes of people, particularly uh, where she did her work in the 1940s and 50s in New York City. So her scenes of everyday life in New York City are stunning to see. So that's what she's most noted for. Although she worked for Life magazine, Look magazine, which were publications that were widely read culturally in the United States, huge cultural influence here. So that's going to be our program, and we are just so excited about it to offer it to the whole community of Fitchburg, or wherever, as I said, wherever people are located, they can register and join us on Zoom.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be fun. I did not know that she resided here in Fitchburg, so there's the twist for you, if you will. And we're actually going to have a further discussion about this with one of your cohorts there at the Fitchburg Historical Society. Adrian will be joining us. We'll have a little bit more discussions as this event gets closer, but we're working on it. We're glad to partner with. We've been partnering with you on broadcasting these out, recording them and rebroadcasting them. They've always been great. You've had some great guests along the lines, and this will be another a great addition to the great list of special guests.
thank you. Yes, we are extremely excited about Melanie coming with us, Professor Herzog, because she knew Ida, and in fact did some cooperative work with her on a book together. And then Adrian Imikalski from our board also knew Ida, and we're hoping that she can talk with you further another time about Ida and her experiences with Ida.
Ooh, very excited for that. So stay tuned. We'll keep you posted when that one comes up. Overall, so the Historical Society, we've kind of been when we've been doing interviews this month, we kind of hit the 1 year mark, if you will, of the shutdown and everything. From your perspective at the Historical Society, unfortunately, with the library being closed, people haven't had access directly to the displays in the Historical Society's area in the library, but the access online has been awesome. And maybe a quick update, Catherine, on the website for somebody who hasn't been out there. What do you have available?
Sure. Well, there's just so much. The Fitchburg historical site is really just packed with so many different areas to research and just explore about Fitchburg history. One of the latest additions was put on just maybe a few weeks ago or a month ago, about the bike trails in Fitchburg and how they came about. So that might be something people would be interested in, newly put on. And then, as you indicated, Jeremy, the interviews we've been doing monthly that have focused on how Fitchburg's been impacted by COVID are also posted on the Fitchburg Historical site. So we've done interviews with the business community. Well, we will be actually coming up. We're going to visit with Angela Kitterman from the Chamber and Visitors Bureau about, what's been happening with the businesses in Fitchburg during this long year of pandemic, how they adapted and how they've been faring. And then we did an interview with Pete Gunderson at Gunderson Funeral Services about their business and what changes they needed to make there. And Mayor Richardson talked about government. Again, what's the impact there for COVID? And then the elections last year, that was a very interesting story.
That's its own story. You throw COVID on a crazy election season. It's that one was a very interesting one to hear from the an election inspector there.
Yes, and I think we're hoping that these stories that we're preserving historically will be able to be a record of Fitchburg walking through this year of COVID. And people will look back on and say, how did they do that? What was involved? What did people have to do? How did they survive that year that is so close to us now that we're living through it? But if you think about it, our children, our grandchildren, will wonder what it was like, and we'll hopefully have that preserved for them to look back on.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that. I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old that, at this time, they have no clue what has happened, and they'll hopefully have lived through it as well as all of us to tell the story, and I think it's a great idea that you had for doing those interviews, and looking forward for you to continue to do more of those. Real quick, Catherine, anything else you wanted to touch on before we have to go?
Oh, I'll just mention the Fitchburg Historical Society website once more so people can access that. So it's fitchburghistory.org. And please avail yourself of the opportunity to see what's there. And then particularly for our program coming up after April 1st, the registration for our program on April 25th on Ida Wyman will be available. So we'd love to welcome all of the community to join us for that program.
Yeah, it will be a good one indeed, and looking forward to your next interview with Angela coming up as well. Catherine, thank you so much for jumping on, and I appreciate your time as always, and we'll talk to you real soon.
Always a pleasure, Jeremy. Thank you so much.
You betcha. All right, I'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg. We got a you betcha in there too.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit Coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit Coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection, it's Trisha Collins. Trisha, welcome back to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming back. And today we're going to talk about one of my personal favorite scams and some great information that you're going to share with us on gift cards. And I want to I feel like the first interview that I had with you, we talked about gift cards and paying with gift cards and everything else. But gift cards are a great thing in certain circumstances, but also have led to way too many different types of scams, payment efforts, and more. So you've got a cool thing that we're going to talk about here in just a second. So we're going to put that off to the side, and we'll start with just how do scammers use gift cards to scam you out of money, essentially?
Yeah, so what can happen is a scammer could call you and tell you that you owe money, or you need to pay for tech support, or maybe there's a family member that's in trouble and you need to get money to them. And what they do is they ask you to go to local retail stores and purchase gift cards. And they may have you go to multiple stores and purchase small amounts of gift cards at each store. Sometimes they have the consumer go to one store and buy a lot of gift cards. And sometimes they'll stay on the phone while they're doing this to make sure that they're purchasing the gift cards. And once they're purchased, they'll ask for the PIN number on the back of the card, and they'll then take the money right off the gift card almost instantaneously. And then it's just like you've purchased something with cash, because you can't get it back, you can't trace it, and you can't stop the payment. So it's too late at that point. Again, these can be kind of different stories that you hear from the scammers. Maybe it's a utility. They pretend that they're a utility company and they want to get paid with gift cards. Or a sweepstakes. Someone may say you want a sweepstakes, but before we can pay you out, we need you to pay this fee with a gift card. So those are some of the examples that can happen with these gift card scams.
Yeah, and I like this one. And if there is nothing that you take away from this, it is this sentence alone. And Trish, you're going to say this too, but do not use gift cards to make payments. Do not use gift cards to make payments. Why is that statement so important?
It is so important because gift cards are for gifts, and not for paying someone. So we're really excited because we have partnered with some organizations, including Walmart, the Wisconsin's Grocers Association, the Pharmacy Society of Wisconsin, and the Wisconsin Petroleum Marketers and Convenience Store Association, to provide free signs that can go at the gift card displays in these retail establishments that say, stop, if you are purchasing a gift card to pay someone, stop, it is a scam. And that sign will say that, and also include our Bureau of Consumer Protection phone number, so that the consumer right there on the spot could call us and ask for advice or report the scam. So we're excited that we can have some signage out there right where before hopefully the consumer purchases that gift card for that scam.
Yeah, that's very smart because what we know from a lot of these scams and talking with you is this is high pressure stuff. So it's like, I need it now, it's happening now, and tell us about that, these are high pressure things. So you get into this weird mindset that you have to do it. So it's scary.
Yeah. They can create the sense of urgency, the sense of, something is going to happen bad. And we've heard stories where consumers go and they purchase these gift cards and think that they're doing something and helping and fixing something, but they're not. And then they're out hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So we're really hoping that these signs will help alert people to stop and think before they purchase and reach out to us if they have any questions about it. And again, as you said before, gift cards are not to pay someone, they're for gifts. And so hang up on those calls when they come in and don't purchase those gift cards. And if you have questions, and you're not even in the store, you're just on the phone with someone at home, talk to somebody about it. You can reach out to our hotline or a friend or a family member before you go and do anything.
Yeah, and I've actually received this scam via email, and it's very interesting because it comes in on somebody else's, somebody who knows email, so they've been hacked, or the, that's spelled wrong, but it still looks legit, and they'll go back and forth with you. I'm not going to openly say I didn't, or well, I can say somewhat that I went back and forth just to see, knowing instantly it was a scam. But you're right. It's the sad, sometimes it's a sad story or this or that or whatever. You can always ask questions, I suppose, if you want to, but you really just want people to hang up and disengage when you can. And still with any reporting, why is it so important to report these, especially gift card scams? I mean, it just seems like once over, it's over, who cares? But you really do want to hear about these.
Right. So we'll have, if consumers file a complaint, we'll look into that complaint. We'll try and reach out and research and investigate what's going on to see if we can see who the scammer is. We share all the complaint information we receive with the Federal Trade Commission, so they're also looking at it. So it's really important for us to see trends, maybe where this is happening, how it's happening, so we can share this information and resources with consumers.
All right. Well, if businesses who maybe not on the list or whatever want to get a hold of these signs or people have any questions, where can they find more information on all this?
Right. Anybody who wants to order signs can reach out to the Consumer Protection Hotline at 1-800-442-7128. And anyone who has any questions or concerns about a possible gift card scam can also call that same number.
All right, Trisha, thank you so much for going through all of this. This is an awesome thing. I'm looking forward. I have to take a selfie next to that sign for the first time that I do that, just so you guys know that I've seen them out there, and we'll make sure to share that. Thank you so very much, and we look forward to talking to you next month.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You bet. Trisha Collins from the Department of Trade Consumer Protection said, check out the website. They've got great resources out there. And report. You got to report it so they can find these scamsters and take care of them. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things.
2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks.
Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school.
Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
Find good stuff at Goodwill and bring good home.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. We're wrapping up the show today. I want to thank Catherine again for being on the show, and of course Trisha with those gift card scams. Make sure you're paying attention to that and not getting scammed with those bill payments. And of course, stay connected with Fact TV all day long. Apple TV, Roku, Facebook, YouTube, you name it, we're there. Have a great day, everybody.